Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing things you didn't know about Black Ops video, because I said I'll do it after the World at War one. So here we are. We're going to be going through all the maps. So we're going to start on Kino, work our way through. Obviously Kiva works on this one now, but for starters, in the spawn room you can actually see if the box is in this room. And as you can see, it's flashing blue, so we've actually got the box in the NPL room. If we no click through here, if you turn the power on and don't go into spawn, you won't activate the novas in spawn. Many people don't know that. That's why in the world records for the high round, in this room, they keep that closed. Moving through here, traps did get changed in Black Ops 1 rather than 25 seconds on and then 25 seconds cooldown. I think it's either 40 or 50 seconds on and then 40 or 50 seconds off. It's one or the other. I think it might be 50 seconds on, 40 seconds off. But getting into the box itself as well, this is in any map. If you don't move the box, like you keep it in its original position, you will not get fire sales for the entire game unless you move it. That's why I see in some high rounds, people don't move the box, or if they don't get a thunder gun from the first box, or the wonder weapon or the setup that they want, they'll restart and try again. For solo only, if you kill yourself with a nade and you load back in, because when you kill yourself on Black Ops 1, you'll load back in, it won't put you in the menu, it'll just go again, it'll put you into the game again. Spawns that aren't ground spawns or window spawns, so these spawns from that just spawn up here, drop down or whatever, or on Ascension power room for example, we'll get into that later. So this one where they jump down here, these zombies that jump down cannot make drops. This was because when the game first released, they could make drops, but people would kill them on here or up here, and it would make like a max ammo or a nuke up here. So they patched it out so these zombies can't make drops even when they drop down fully on the floor. In this room, it is the same as the alleyway spawn, where the zombies that drop from up here cannot make drops, just because it's not coming from a window or a ground spawn or a roof spawn. Now in here, there is a thing you can do with the novas. Now if you run in here, and the nova spawns in before this roof breaks, instead of crawling down the wall like it normally would, slowly or whatever, it'll just drop instantly. So as soon as it spawns in, this one would drop and land on the floor. Now obviously this is not allowed for world record games as you're glitching out the game. I think it should be allowed personally, but it's not allowed just because it's coming down instantly and it's not allowed. Another fact about this map, if you change spawn zones while the round is changing, so say the most common one is turning the power on and running through this theatre, you can skip around. Again, this is not allowed for world record runs for obvious reasons. If you think of other stuff, let me know down below. But we are going to move on to the map 5. Right, getting on to 5 itself, the map, when you load in. There is 6 windows in the spawn room. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, the thing about this spawn room is it can only come from 4 of the 6 windows. So, you've got 1, this window's active, this window's active, this window's active. That's all the zombies for round 1. But if you restart the game, the windows will change completely. Now you might get the same windows that you did last game, but you could also get different ones. Now the best layout you want for the spawn room if you're playing for speed runs is the 4 in here. Obviously you don't want the ones on the walls because you can't see them. So this time, we've got this one again. We've got this one this time, and then we have this one again. And this one again. So as you can see, they change every time you restart. And I don't know why this is, but that's just the way it is. Now, there is another way you can change this during the game. And that's if you go down to this level and you use the big elevator, this one. If you go up and down in this elevator, so you activate it and go down, the windows will change. So I think I can do this. Yeah, I can do it. So now, if I go back up here and end round 1, if I come up here and end round 1, so don't forget we had this one, and then we had the 2 walls. Now we've got this one here. Those zombies are respawning. Got that one again. And then if we find the last few zombies. Now we've got this one, as you can see it's changed. We didn't have this one before. So every time you go up and down in that elevator, only the big one, I may stress, the windows can change. There is also a third way to change it, I've just forgot. If you activate the Pack-a-Punch either with Defcons or Doc, the windows will change once you go into Pack-a-Punch, once you TP in there. Also, 5 is the first map to have buildables with the 2 trap pieces. Got the little thunder gun here as well. Novas, obviously, we've got coming from the vents. And the dock will not spawn in unless you turn the power on, which is here. And it'll spawn in either 1 to 3 rounds. So if I turn it on round 6, it can spawn in on round 7, round 8, or round 9. And then after that, it'll be every 4 to 5 rounds. That's why people think it's 3, 4, or 5 rounds, but it's actually not. Also, this glitch still works for the people that play with glitches, where you build 2 of the boards, like so. This one still works, and you can stand up on here. The people that like their little glitches. For power TPs itself, this one will always send you up a floor, no matter what. So if I go in it, it sent me up to this one, but it could also send me up to the top one. But the side ones, I think they have a possibility of you sending you up, I can't remember, but most of the time they just keep you on this level. As you can see, it's TPing me over here. If I go in this one, TPing me over here. But if I go in this one again, without dying, up again. So your buildable trap pieces, 1 here and 1 here. And there's also a way to get 3 sallies on solo. Now if you down yourself before the dock round and let him steal your sallies once you're down, because you can still see your weapon once you're down. If you do that and you get up again, because it will revive you, and kill him, it will give you sallies. It will give you sallies. It will replace one of your weapons with sallies. So it's just an easy free way of getting sallies. I think that about covers it for this map. Here we are on Ascension, loading in. Right, the spawn room itself, we've got some interesting things starting off here. We've got the landers. When the power is on and you activate landers, the zombies will stop spawning until this lands again. So for example, if I get on this, say the power's on, and I fly to Speakle, for example, the zombies will not spawn until I land in Speakle. So if you want to get through the rounds quickly, you don't want to be using landers until it's the end of the round or a monkey round. Centrifuge in the middle, or the dildo as I call it, because it spins around. This can activate, I think it's 9 times around, up to 9 times around, and it can activate, I think it's every 30 to 90 seconds. I could be wrong. If someone knows the specifics, let me know down below. Quick revive and jug, interesting things on solo, depending on where you want to play it. Most high round players and speed run players will get rid of quick revive, so they'll buy it twice, down themselves twice, and then on the 3rd buy it disappears. They do that because then the monkeys won't go after it, because obviously it's not on the map anymore. So you can have 1 quick revive the entire game, but it'll make your monkey rounds easier. And they do this because with jug as well, if you keep jug closed and get it off the monkeys, so keep that door closed and keep that door closed and get it off the monkeys, they won't go after jug either. This makes monkey rounds a lot easier if you have jug, mule, PhD, speed cola and quick revive. So if you stand here and activate this fire trap, you get 2 monkeys that spawn here, and there's a total of 6 monkeys. You get 2 that spawn here, and then you can run through here, check here, because this is a possible monkey spawn on top of power, and check here and here. And then obviously they're going to spawn at stam as well, but if you have your thunder gun, you should only have to kill 2 to 3 monkeys, because these ones that come from here might run through here and run into the fire trap. Also, if you shoot monkeys with a weapon, so any bullet weapon, they will run faster. So if they're going towards the fire trap and just give them a little tap, they'll run faster into the fire trap, before it deactivates. Now, monkey rounds itself are people think they're harder than they are, but they're not. That example just giving you there. Monkey rounds are really easy if you have thunder gun ammo. Now, monkey perks, so like they go after your perks obviously. PhD, they all have a HP system. PhD has the less amount of HP, I believe. QR and jug being the most. But they actually work on spawn zones. So, spawn zone for PhD is here. So it cuts off here so you can be on this side. And then, I think it's these stairs, so if you're behind these stairs. If you go into the activated spawn zone where the perk is, they take the perk faster. So when you're running into the spawn zone, you want to make sure you have full stamina, so you can get to the perk quicker. I'll show you each spawn zone for each perk. Stamina up starts here, So you don't want to go past here. Wait until you have full stamina, then run in, run to the perk quickly and kill the monkeys. Fuel and speed. The mule one starts here, I believe. Oh, no. Here. These stairs. I think it's about here. This little red line. Not red, because it's black and white right now, but this is a red line. As soon as you go past this red line, they'll take mule a lot quicker. And then for speed, it's this door. As soon as you go past this door, they'll take speed a lot quicker, but by that point, you're already at speed, so it doesn't matter. Another thing is if you set off this rocket, when it's in position, when you've done all the landers, once it's setting off, you know, to open Pack-a-Punch, if you shoot it, you can get a double points. Just a little bonus trick if anyone wants it. And then dolls actually do kill up to round 70, if you did want to know about that. And then Gershes, obviously you can TP, but did you know monkeys can jump through them? If you throw it at a monkey, I don't know why you would though, but you can. Alright, so we're going to come up here, and I'm going to show you the spawn which don't make drops. Now, everyone plays power in high rounds. Let's just turn it on because you can see a lot more. Everyone plays in the power room, they open this door. This is like a no-no door. Never open this door. It'll make your games a lot better, trust me. So you can come up here. If you grab a carpenter while you're up here, you will not get any more carpenters because only 2 windows are going to be active, being this one and this one. So obviously we learnt from the World at War video that for carpenters to be active you need 5 or more windows open. So there's only 2 here. So you only get fire sales, death machines, and then the 4 original drops. Which is obviously better. No max ammos. More max ammo, sorry. But these zombies that spawn up here, spawn here and then they run here and then jump up here, cannot give you drops. So you're going to get a lot less drops while you're in power, so just be careful if you are playing here. This is where most people play up to about 55, 65. Well, between 55 and 65 on solo, and then you can play up to it till 50 on 2p. And 3 and 4p, you just got to do trade outs for the T-gun. So just be careful if you are in power. And that's why if you're in power, you may realise you're getting less drops. But I think that about covers it for this map. Alright, here we are on Shang itself. Now, getting things started off in the spawn room, you can see what this perk is if you jump here. Now, I don't know how to tell, but my friend does. I think the perk is about there. So if you jump, you might need good eyes for this, but I think that one is speed caller. Yeah. So you can tell, it's just very, very difficult to tell. So that's that, first of all. And then for these spikes, I know people get very annoyed by these spikes. If you jump and crouch, like strafe crouch, and jump at the same time over the spikes, they will not activate. And then the fire zombies actually do the most damage out of anything in the game. They do 300 damage, so even if you have Jug and you're standing right next to it, and it blows up, it can kill you. They will go after your drops. But did you know you can get a perk from the monkeys? I think most people know this. It's got to be a max ammo drop that the monkey grabs for it to be a perk. And it is always 1, 2, or 3. Like the first, second, or third drop after the max. It will be the perk bottle, so you've got to time it very well. It is hard to do. But for a max ammo drop to get off a monkey, say it picks up an insta-kill or double points to nuke a carpenter or a fire sale. Any of those drops it picks up, the max will always, no matter what, be the last drop. So, for example, it picks up a sale. It can be insta-kill, double points, nuke, carpenter, and then max. Max is always the 5th drop after it picks up the drop in cycle, let's say. So it picks up an insta-kill, it's going to be first tick, it's going to be a sale, second tick, it's going to be a nuke, third tick, it's going to be a double points, fourth tick, it's going to be a carpenter. And then the 5th tick will be a max ammo, and then it will go back to the sale and repeat the ticks again in the same order. Also, you can hold a drop, so say there's a nuke and it's flashing very, very fast and you want to save it, or, I don't know, max, insta-kill, anything. If a monkey picks it up and then you kill the monkey, it'll, like instantly, it'll refresh that nuke and it'll last another 25 seconds. The baby gun has the most kill potential in all of Black Ops. But if you shoot, I think it's 10 to 15 zombies and they all regrow at the same time, you can error. So you might want to be careful with that. Mainly in the stakeout room and the Semtex room. you can block the roof spawns, so you won't get any more roof spawns. So you just want to be careful with that if you're going for any world record games, because if you block a roof spawn, the game is void, it's invalid. Perk machines on this map do swap around, so this perk here and any perk which I'm about to show you, so here, here, and then the last one being here, these four will rotate every game. So this one could be double tap, PhD, stam, or Deadshot. This game is Deadshot, and then this one can be double tap, PhD, stam, or Deadshot. This time it's double tap, and then the same for the other two. Over here, one here, and one here. Also, with Pack-a-Punch on this map, if we turn it on, it can be on solo, it's only one stone. It can be any of the 4 stones. There's one here, there's one in spawn, there's one in the AK room, just here, and then there's one by the waterfall. Now, on solo, it can be any of these 4 stones. Obviously, on co-op, you're going to need the extra stones for the extra players. So just be, wary about that. Jug is here on this run. This can either be Jug or Speed Cola. This time it's Jug. This one can either be Speed Cola or Jug. This time it's Speed. I think that about covers it for Shang. Here we are on Call of the Dead. So if you didn't know, on Call of the Dead, when you start off, no zombies will spawn unless you either shoot George or you wait about 20 seconds. So they're not going to spawn, as you can see, no zombies. If I shoot George, the zombies will start spawning. So if you want to start your games off a little bit quicker on Call of the Dead, just give George a little love tap and he will, spawn zombies. Another thing about George itself, he has 250,000 HP per player, people know this. But if he's in the water and you shoot with the Pack-a-Punched VR11, it's got to be Pack-a-Punched, he will disappear for a round. Also, 2 more things about George. If you kill him normally, it will give you a waff if you've done the Easter egg or death machine. But George himself, if you shoot him 3 times with the unpacked VR11 while he's on land and he's angry, he will calm down permanently. But if you shoot him once, he'll only calm down for 10 seconds. Now, the spawn zones are very, very interesting on this map. This flinger does not kill, by the way. For the people that think it does, it makes the zombies respawn. Just wanted to point that out. And if you turn power on, obviously Pack-a-Punch will spawn in. Now Pack-a-Punch will take up to 2 minutes. It can be faster, between 1 minute and 40 seconds and 2 minutes to spawn in the first time. And then it will last in its spot for 2 minutes. And then it will be 2 minutes to spawn in again. And then it will stay in its spot for 2 minutes. And it will go on a rotating cycle. So if it spawns in spawn first, then next time it can spawn in Jug or Stam. If it spawns in Stam, which is over there, it will spawn in Jug. And then it will spawn in Stam or Spawn. If it spawns in Spawn, then it will spawn in Stam. And then it will go back to Jug. And it will just carry on rotating like that. Deadshot is 1000 on PC rather than 1500. Spawn zones on the map is probably PhD with this door closed and this door closed. In here you can play no carpenters and you only get this window, and this window above. If you go outside, like here, you'll get these cave and these 2 respawns. Respawns are very bad on BO1, specifically on Call of the Dead and Shang. I do believe it got fixed on Moon. If they spawn in the roof, it will delay spawns for some reason, and the rounds will be longer than it should be. I don't know why it does this, but it does, so just be careful about that. Another thing, the VR11 is the most underrated wonder weapon, in my opinion. I know it's only good on co-op, but on co-op, if you shoot your teammate, they will get insta-kill for 10 seconds, and the zombies will ignore them. So, you want to use the VR11 a lot on co-op. Also, Call of the Dead was the first map to introduce Semtexes. These do more damage than frag grenades, so you might as well pick them up for 250. And you get 2 every round. You don't have to come and buy them back. Your needs will just transfer into Semtexes, so you definitely want to pick them up. Another thing about George as well, I forgot to mention. If he's screaming, he can scream. Like if he's angry or he's just walking and then he screams, the zombies that are next to him or around his proximity will run faster. So this will make normal sprinters into super sprinters you've seen on World at War Baroque. they're about the same speed as that. So they're faster than normal sprinters, so you've got to be careful with that. So another thing about George is every 4 to 6 rounds, because you don't have special rounds on this map, there's no dogs, there's no monkeys, there's no doctor or whatever, you know, from previous maps. What they did to complement that was every 4 to 6 rounds with George. I know it's not every 4 to 5, it's a bit unfortunate, but every 4 to 6, if he electrocutes a zombie, because he'll slam the floor if you make him angry, right? If he slams the floor and he electrocutes a zombie, every 4 to 6 rounds, you'll get a max ammo off that electrocuted zombie. No matter what. If it's not in a cycle, you can still get it. So this makes it so you can get 3 max ammos in 1 round, which obviously you don't want that really, but it is possible. That's why you may see 3 max ammos in 1 round while playing Call of the Dead. Another thing about George, if he electrocutes a zombie, you know, when he slams the ground, if you knife that zombie on an insta-kill and it's electrocuted, you'll no longer, this is called shock immunity. This means George, when he hits you or slams the ground, because when he slams the ground you slow down, if you do what I've just said and knife an electrocuted zombie on the insta-kill, you will no longer slow you down. So you definitely want to do this if you're going for high rounds, just because you don't want to get slowed down by George, obviously. Now, the best ways to kill George is in fact either a Pack-a-Punch Law, because it does 3,000 damage per shot and it has 60 bullets, I believe, or 50. A Pack-a-Punch Dragonov is probably the best. The way to kill George, if you hit headshots. If you hit headshots, you can kill him even on 4p with a full Pack-a-Punch Dragonov. Or Pack-a-Punch L9, but the Dragonov's better. A Pack-a-Punch Raygun, a Pack-a-Punched Scavenger, or a Pack-a-Punched FAMAS, because the Pack-a-Punch FAMAS does 8 times damage for George, I think. Or is it 6 times? 6 to 8 times more damage to George than it does to zombies. I don't know why, but it does. So it does like, you know, if you hit a headshot, it does like 8,000 damage, I believe, to the head. And that about covers it for Call of the Dead, I do believe. Also dolls, actually, before we get, you know, we'll get off this map. Dolls on this map, or any map, I suppose. Only one person can have them, so if someone else has got them, it gives you a better chance of getting stuff out of the box. So make sure you do get them if you do pick them up. And obviously they're very effective. They can kill up to around 70. So, you know, you might as well use them. Here we are on Moon, guys. Starting off, obviously, most people know this, but I might as well point it out. This perk can either be Jug or Speed Cola. And will rotate every time you come back to Area 51. And an easy way to tell, you know, what you're going to get before it lands, if you wanted to know. Stamp Jug again. If you look up instantly, but you know, before it goes behind that building, it will show you the perk. So I'm not even going to look. I know that's Speed Cola because before it went through this, you know, behind the building, it showed Speed Cola. So this time it's going to be Speed Cola, as you can see. And I'll show you again. Before it goes behind the building, that was Speed Cola, I believe. Yeah. So you get my point. So if you want to tell quickly and, you know, get a quick restart in, you can do that. Also, if you want to do the thing we talked about on Kino with the box and you want it in Dome, most high round players want it in Dome. Obviously, you can kill yourself, load back in on solo, and then, you know, the box will stay where it was. So here we are in Moon. You can even grab all this stuff. It's kind of cool, being bright outside. Another thing, actually talking about the TPs themselves. Every time you TP on this map, the spawn rate will increase by 3 rounds. So for speedruns, specifically 30 speedruns on co-op, on 4P you TP 8 times and it'll just speed up your rounds dramatically. You can cut the rounds in half theoretically, which is insane obviously. So you know, you definitely want to do that, TP to get the rounds done quicker. And the fastest place to play in Moon is in here. They only spawn here, and then they'll only spawn here. So you get 2 spawns, and then obviously, you know, you can spawn kill them. The astronaut, you can trap in multiple ways. One of them being the dome itself. If you jump on the launch pads in the dome, and the astronaut spawns in while you're in midair on a launch pad, it will glitch out and stand still. This is not allowed for world records, even though I think it should be. That's why I class the 4P high round we got as world record, but it's not allowed by the rules, but everyone has their own opinion. I think it should be allowed. So say I launch on here and I'm in the air like here, going onto this one. If the astronaut spawns in, say he spawns in over there, he'll just stand still and start dancing. Another way to trap him is with the excavators. This is a more popular way, which is allowed for world records. I don't know why, it's still a glitch, but you can trap him with the excavators. This one being more common over here. I think the excavator's here in it, maybe. I think it's here. So you need to bring him in here, wait for it to say like 30 seconds left or something, before it lands, and then you want to run out, and then you know he'll be trapped for the rest of the game until you move the excavator. Hacking drops is interesting on this map, guys. Any drop that you hack that isn't a max ammo will turn into a max ammo for 5,000 points. And then if you hack a max ammo, you can turn it into a fire sale. Now, I don't know why you would want to do that, but you can. And every time you TP, you can actually get 8 drops per round, because 4 drops is a round limit. You can get up to 4 drops a round. But if you use the TP mid-round and TP back to wherever you're 51, maybe you need to buy perks, or you just need more drops for another max. You can TP and you refresh your drops, so you can get up to 8 drops around. This is only doable on Moon, of course. Just a little tip, that's what the high round blades do as well, so I'm gonna do that. Also, QEDs can give you multiple things. If you didn't know, it can give you a perk drop, a red or a green one. Red ones the zombies can run into and it'll take a perk off you. Red being multiple items, so say for example a max ammo, that's red, off a QED. If a zombie runs into it, it'll take a full mag of your ammo, say the ray gun, it'll take 40 bullets off you. So you might want to be careful with red max ammos, or red nukes, red insta kills, you know, the sorts. QEDs can open doors. Apparently they can close doors that you've opened, but I've never seen it done. It is on the wiki, but I don't think it's possible, but it might be. Not too sure, but they can definitely open doors, because I've done it in an actual game. They can also give you Gershes. They can also give you a wave gun or a ray gun. So if you want to give your friend a ray gun, if you have a ray gun and you throw a QED, it can't give you a ray gun. No matter what, it won't give you a ray gun. Or if your friend has a wave gun, it can't give you a wave gun, obviously, because then you're going to have 2. And obviously that's not allowed. Mule Kick was introduced on this map, obviously we all know this. And that's about it really for Moon. So here we are on that. Now if you open every door on the map, or you just open this door, keep the stairs closed, it doesn't matter, any doors basically. If you stand up against this wall specifically, like up against it like this, the zombies will only come from the spawn windows, being 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5 over there. They only come to these 5 windows no matter what. Like you could even have upstairs open, these windows open, and they will not come to these windows, they'll just come to the spawn windows. I think this is because it thinks you're out the map. Like it wasn't boarded, you know, the border for the map wasn't done properly, and it thinks you're out the map, I believe. I don't know how it works, but that is a spawn control you can do, and people use it for high rounds sometimes, so you know, you might want to check that out and use it in a high round or anything really, it's up to you. Also the M1, might as well point this out, was buffed in BO1. It now does the same damage as the M14. I think it does 105 to the body, and on World at War I believe it did 60 or 80, one or the other. So it's a lot stronger in BO1, so you might have, you know, picked up for the early rounds, let's say. And yeah, let's move on to Verrucht. There's a spawn zone I want to show you on there, and then that will about cover it. Here we are on Verrucht. I do want to say as well, for any map, if someone is holding the ballistic knife in co-op or the crossbow, you cannot get them out of the box. So if you're doing a trade out strat with thunder guns and you need more thunder gun ammo, and you just swap it out for a war weapon and then go back to the box to get another one, you cannot get the crossbow or ballistic knife, so make sure your teammates are holding them, because it will give you a better chance at getting the thunder gun or Wonder Waff, or you know, whatever map you're playing. But coming to the Rook spawn zone, it is the same as Nat. If you stand in this corner, they will only spawn in Jug and QR, I believe. Definitely Jug. I don't know about QR because I haven't tested it, but I've seen it done. They're only spawning them two rooms, so they won't come from STG, they won't come from power, they won't come from that wall, they won't come from that window. So, you know, you can stand here, maybe, get the horde and trap him. I don't know, you can come up with all sorts of strats. But you need to run into this corner like this and just hold back. And then they only spawn in the two spawn rooms. Just a little spawn zone trick if anyone wants to use it. I don't know if you do, but yeah. That's going to about cover it for the Black Ops 1 version of this video. I might not do a BO2 version because I don't play it too often. If I did forget any details in this video, because it's kind of hard to think off the top of my head, leave it down in the comments. And yeah, that's going to be about it for this video. So smash like, all that good stuff if you did enjoy, of course. Make sure you check out the World at War version. I'll put it on the end screen now, so you can just click it and then go over there if you do, you know, if you're interested in World at War. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video now, so I will see you in the next one.